Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. Boy, the swarmers are out and about, folks. If you see swarmers, but you aren't sure, are those ants, are those termites, are those gnats? Grab your phone and quickly call Southeast Termite and Pest Control. They will give you a free inspection, and if you do have termites, they will help you get rid of them. Nobody better. SoutheastTermite.com to learn more. Southeast Termite and Pest Control. It's a company I use, company I trust. So if you see swarmers, give them a call. All right. Just want to quickly, this week Urban Meyer said Tennessee is screwed. They got a problem. Everybody's saying nice job, Tennessee, making a stand. I've got a little comment on that. Tennessee plays Florida usually every year in October. It's November this year. Can you imagine that game's going the other way, and Coach Heupel grabs the microphone and stands on the 50-yard line in Neyland Stadium and says, "It's okay, I made a stand way back when." Now, that made a lot of people mad this week. I'm not sure why. We went through the comments earlier. You had a Power 4 GM saying basically they're in a tight spot. Right. There's not a lot of quarterbacks out there, so you are kind of. This would have been better for Nico and Tennessee if it had happened in December when there were more options. And I don't necessarily, we did the poll last week, 85% of our viewers said, I don't care if he wins or loses, I'm riding with Heupel because of this decision. Let them lose to Syracuse. All that's out the window. And Meyer's right here. I don't understand. I get it. Nobody likes Urban Meyer, including myself. But I don't get it why everybody was angry over that one. Is he that far off base, Chuck? Superfan Chuck?
Yes, I think he is, because here's what I'm going to say. The teammates were so angry, from what I heard, when Nico was a no-show, no call, was practically in a witness protection program until late Friday afternoon, Friday evening. He finally makes a call. The teammates, are you going to risk losing the locker room? Or are you going to take somebody back who did something that you can't allow after all you've been through? So that's where I would disagree. I think you would have had a much bigger problem if you said, "Oh, Nico, we understand, buddy. Come on, buddy." No.
Fair point.
Urban's talking about the situation they're in. It is what it is. What happened, debate it. The situation they're in, they're much worse without Nico. I think the word screwed probably, that has a little bit more of a finality to it, like they have no way of getting out of it.
Chance.
Right. They got a problem, then yes, I think that would be a little bit more accurate. And you mentioned it. It's the source, too, because everyone's bringing up the background.
Yeah. So. Who's the author of the quote? Where are we now on Easter Sunday? Still no answer at quarterback. And you've seen yourself. Nico, whether you like it or not, he was good for a game. So your win total's now dropped a full game, if not even more, if you're doing the nerd wins above replacement.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how many games he won for you last year, but I think there are a couple he didn't lose. We get back to the interception numbers.
There it is.
Now, here's the thing. Again, Josh Heupel, his guys haven't thrown a lot of interceptions. You remember Justin Hamilton, who was on this show a couple of years ago. Now he's an assistant coach of the New England Patriots, former defensive coordinator of Virginia Tech. I was bragging to him about Hendon Hooker, and he had seen Hendon Hooker at Virginia Tech. I'm like, my gosh, this guy is so accurate. Look, no interceptions. He's like, it's a system. I said, but come on, just no interceptions, no tip balls, nothing. He's like, it's the system. It's the system. And Milton didn't throw picks. Iamaleava didn't throw picks. So maybe, but all we have to go by is those numbers. And I think maybe he saved, by not turning it over, if it was him, give him credit for that. But, yeah, I don't know that he won you any games. But it does drop your overall win total.
Yeah.
I think.
I believe it has.
Yeah. So, well, and I would trust you with the over-unders, you two guys.
I'd say maybe even 2 games.
All right.